We'll get to Baker Mayfield in a second, but first, to Thursday Night Football, Gardner Minshew delivers a perfect 37-yard pass down the sideline to DJ Chark for the touchdown.
DJ Chark has all of a sudden, through 3 games, turned himself into a legitimate, viable downfield threat. He caught a deep touchdown pass from Foles on the play. Foles got his collarbone broke. He was good again this week. I didn't think they had a single viable receiver. They got at least
Nick Foles is going to get Nick Fold if he doesn't be careful.
Oh, Jenna Wolf.
Okay.
More from this game. Titans wide receiver Corey Davis catching an off-target throw with one hand.
Oh, I love it. Going against Jalen one-on-one. Nice little curl route at the top. Gets Jalen spinning. Reels it in. We need more of those from Corey now.
Top 10 pick.
Top 10, Nick.
Yep. That rookie year tough. He's trying to break out. John Ross, same draft class, breaking out this year.
College football, Tulane, Houston. Tulane's Justin McMillan rolling out of the pocket, finds Jalen McCleskey, who makes a nice...
Oh, okay.
This game had some wild plays. That is a spectacular catch.
My theory is you always have to be a special player if you wear the number 1. You can't be no average player wearing number 1.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you got to be a stud. You got to be a blue chipper,
also,
elite.
When you see the quarterback rolling out that way, you don't think he's going to be a lefty.
Yep, that's why I wore number 2 at Ohio State.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
All right, more from this one. All right, game tied, 12 seconds left. Justin McMillan rifling the pass through multiple defenders to Jalen McCleskey. Jalen breaking free, and that's the touchdown, the game-winning touchdown.
Oh, dude had a night. But what about those dummies on defense, Nick? I keep telling you, you ain't real bright playing on that defensive side. Outside the middle linebacker, the rest of them.
It's in their defense. Let me think about this for a second. It's a tie game. College football clock stops after a first down. So if he let him catch it and get him down, there's about 3 seconds left. Run up, snap it, maybe kick the game-winning field goal. So maybe they thought we got to knock the ball down. Maybe?
Well, open your eyes.
Okay.
What about open your eyes to knock the ball down?
All right, that's fair. Playing with eyes open, better than playing with eyes closed. Confirmed. Go ahead, Joe.
The expectations surrounding Baker Mayfield coming into his sophomore season were sky high. That after what he did out of the gate his rookie year. But so far, it's been a bit of a struggle. Baker ranked 27th in the NFL with a 73.4 passer rating, but hoping to bounce back this week. Won't be easy as the Browns host the undefeated Rams on Sunday.
We're going to figure it out. I mean, I love how everybody's acting like the world's falling down. We can play better, but a win is a win, and we're never going to take that for granted.
When Freddie says that he has to put you in better situations, from your perspective, like, what does that actually mean?
You know, he's going to try and take care of me, but I have to do my job when it all comes down to it. He's our head coach, and he's going to say that, but I have to play better.
All right, so what does playing better mean, CC? What do you want to see from Baker this Sunday night against the Rams?
Well, for one, let's go back to when Freddie Kitchens took over the team. They went from Hugh Jackson throwing the ball all over the place to let's condense the formation, let's run the ball with Nick Chubb, let's not target Jarvis Landry a bunch of times. I think he was getting targeted 11 or 12 times. That immediately went down to 7. Right now, I know he's excited about having OBJ there, but you need to be able to spread the ball around. I think that they still need another deep threat. They miss Antonio Callaway. So sometimes as a young player, especially as a quarterback, when you have success, you want to hold on to the ball, try to create big plays down the field compared to, I'm going to take what the defense is going to give me. You're never going to go broke taking a profit. That's what NFL coaches teach. Throw the ball to the flat, throw the ball to talented guys, let them run with it. But let's get back to a running game. Let's play a little more conservative. Baker, we know that you have a gunslinger mentality, but you started less than 15 games. So let's go back to some of the basics. Run the ball, be physical, get the ball out of your hands. We know OBJ's a threat. He's played well in these 2 games. But let's get the ball to some other players to make the defense be honest. Those are the ways that Baker's able to get this team to have success against the Rams because, Nick, you believe that this defense, outside the big names that they have, you can put up some yards and points against the Rams.
I think the Rams defense can be had. Listen, they have the best player on defense, maybe the best player in the whole league in Aaron Donald. And Aaron Donald has drawn such attention that all of a sudden this year, Dante Fowler and the newly acquired Clay Matthews, they each have 2 sacks this season. I think a lot of that's because of what Aaron Donald is demanding on the inside. Those guys are getting single-teamed on the outside. But, yeah, I think that you saw the Carolina drop 27 on them in a game where Cam, it was not right then, and obviously wasn't right the following week. We
Yes.
saw that offense looked against Tampa Bay. I think that Talib and Peters are both good players. I don't know that either is a great player at this point, but they're both good players. But yeah, I don't think the Rams have a dominant defense. I think the Rams are going to try to beat you by a good defense and that very, eclectic's the wrong word, but a diverse offense. An offense that you don't know what they're going to hit you with. But on the Baker Mayfield side of things, I would like to see him get back to what made him special his rookie year, which was his accuracy, which was his ability to, even as a rookie, scan multiple reads and find his best option. One of the reasons you go from 12 targets a game, Jarvis Landry, down to 7 is because you're not just going to your first read.
Right.
You are then going to your second and third reads. Now, I know they want to have David Njoku, but they've got Odell now. So if Jarvis is your second read, Odell's your first read, you have plenty of options. Baker has been rushed this year, and he's been under immense duress this year. That part's not his fault, but he has to play better. Nobody's preseason expectations of the Browns that involved them making the playoffs had anything other than Baker Mayfield playing at a near Pro Bowl level, and right now he's playing worse than he played at the first 2 games of his career, much less when he's the most seasoned he's been.
And seeing the other quarterbacks in that class, being Lamar, the last quarterback that was drafted, look how much he improved. Josh Allen, they're in Buffalo.
He's improved.
Look how much he improved. We haven't had enough with Darnold, but we believe that he has improved. Baker is going the other way, and that's not a good sign for a young quarterback.
Why do you think that is? I mean, we talk about defenses are now have tape on you, but they had tape on Josh Allen and Lamar, and we've really heard these stories of you guys spending the offseason learning, working on their accuracy and their throwing and their passing. Why would a quarterback take a step backwards when it comes to accuracy?
Any of these quarterbacks that we had talked about as far as their improvement, if they were under the same duress as Baker, Lamar in 2 games, not under duress. That's how you can see the improvement that they worked on. But so now you're under duress. I have no running game to support the passing game. And now expectation. So now I start trying to force the ball.
Pressing.
Josh was coming off of a bad year. The offense is more suited to his style. He's getting the ball out of his hands. They've learned that. But when you're getting hit, it's hard. I don't care if you're old, young, it's hard to play the game. And we can see with Baker, the biggest difference that I've seen, accuracy, the one that you've pointed out, and then you talked about him being under duress as far as that offensive line has not played up to the level we saw them play at the second half of last season.
And one more very small point. When we were talking about this game earlier, you mentioned that Baker said this is going to be a really tough test. And you didn't love it because the mentality each week has to be, it's not a tough test because we're playing the Rams, and then an easier test when we play the Bengals. When I look back to the Week 1 game, the Browns team, with all the hype of which I was a part of, playing a Titans team that people didn't have a ton of expectations for. Browns feeling like this is the year we finally win our first game of the year, which they haven't done in 15 years. I do wonder if we're down 2 going into the 4th quarter if Baker didn't start pressing there. If Baker's mentality going into that game was, we're about to show everyone who the Browns are.
Look, he started throwing interceptions.
Exactly
he got a
right.
little reckless with the football.
And so
Makes sense.
if when it went the wrong way, instead of staying within himself, hey, it's only a 2-point game, we haven't played great,
I'll
tried to do too much, and then the game got away from them, because they have, for whatever it's worth, people are so down on the Jets, maybe rightfully so. The Browns are almost getting negatively graded for a game they controlled the entirety of and won 23-3.
Yeah.
It's really just that 4th quarter against Tennessee that's put a damper on their season. He's got a great chance to erase that this weekend against the defending NFC champs.
All right, let's break there. Coming up, can Lamar Jackson outduel Patrick Mahomes on Sunday? That's next. Now, first things first.